Monday morning in Pula in the pouring down rain, but here's a fishing boat that's come in and they're, I don't know, cleaning the fish, looking through them. Got a whole bunch of the little critters. 300 amphitheaters left in the world. This is the 6th largest. This is one amazing and fairly complete amphitheater. It looks like they're cleaning it section by section.
It's coming up with the Latin name for sand. So this place right here used to be covered with sand. Why sand? Sand is a good absorbent for all this blood that is about to be shed. It was easier to clean up after the games. Arena in Latin is going to become arena for all of us. So if you ever get lost in this city, don't ask for the Colosseum because they're going to send you to Rome for that. If you ask for the amphitheater, they're going to say, what? But if you ask for the arena, everybody will send you here. That's how we call this place. 6 by the size. First one we sold, that's the Colosseum in Rome. Second one, we're still in Italy. On the southern part of Italy, close to Naples, there is Capua that has a larger one. Third one, Africa, Algem in Tunisia. Fourth one is France. Arles, that's a bigger one. Fifth one and my favorite, you have to guess the fifth one. This is my home city, so this is normal to have. But fifth one took my breath away. I was in Italy, 4 hours away from here, and I listened to Carmina Burana without the amplifiers. Where was I?
Verona.
And in Verona, they have that possibility to have operas without the amplifiers for a very simple reason. They have steps inside. Steps in Verona are dating from the 20th century. They're not original, but at least they're inside and that will give you better sound. But even without this, you're able to hear me without a problem and I'm not shouting or raising my voice. This is acoustic, but not as some of them in the world today. Now every seat that is original. Look below the steps, that is also original. But most of all, this is completely reconstructed during the 20th century. Now there goes my sentence.
700,000 euros in 5 years to clean that one little section.
It took them 40 years to finish this amphitheater. When it was finished, 23,000 seats used to go all around us. See part of the stone that is pulled out a little bit, like a little click stone. That's how far up stone seats used to go all around. First section of all of these seats were made for the people with a lot of money. Second part, just below the windows, that was the middle class. And then all around the square windows, and look, on every square window you have a little crack, a little line on the top. That's where the wooden balcony used to be attached to, and that was a position for women and slaves to stand all day long, unless you're a friend or a wife or a lover of our Tom. Because Tom had a special position in this amphitheater. But you can see the small power station close to the floor.
There were cotton sails
they
for
had
the
like
summer,
this, and they would just
but they
pull
also
them back
had
or
some
pull
that
them back
were
with the ropes. They were
waterproof,
functioning like sails today.
and they would
but during
take
the rain,
them down
they had
and
another
replace
set,
them in the
another
rain.
set of the sails for the rain. They were crazy.
You really think that they could swap?
No, I really know that they swapped them out.
They
changed them if there was rain or sun.
I thought they were huge.
Leaders came in through this gate, and the winner was probably sold off by his owner, as sports are today, being sold off to Rome. And if he lost, then he got to fight some more. They didn't kill him off the animal cage.
They can release them straight away to the
Lions and bears and stuff.
Or, since you mentioned the underground section, I'm sure that most of you saw the Colosseum in Rome. Okay, so when you enter the Colosseum, there is an underground section that is completely open. Every Roman amphitheater, except the one in Pompeii, used to have that underground section. So did we. Ours started right here at the end of the cage, was going underneath the central part of the battlefield, and it's finishing on the other side. Purpose? Entertainment. All this central part was covered with wooden floor, and parts of the floor were movable, like primary elevators. Oh, it's so boring here. After all day long, they're able to release the lion down. And then with a special cage bring it up again, so we're like, the lion is coming from the middle of nowhere. And like in the theaters today, when they're changing, it was the same thing. Unfortunately, most of these underground sections are either open or lost. Jugula in Latin means lower part of the throat to kill our gladiators, the carnivals. But since that drink still stands, so we said meet them, and you have to find your fastest way out. So look right there below the steps. That was the way out for the wounded gladiators. That's how they got out from the battlefield to get to the gladiator school. Amazing. Look underneath the steps right there.
Yeah.
What is amazing is that they are 2,000 years ago are going to dug through the solid rock to connect the settled part with the gladiator school. Yellow building that you can see outside of the amphitheater, that is a neoclassical building built in the 19th century, was built on top of the real foundation of the Roman gladiator school. So the doctor
Trajan in Rome, they had gladiator contests for 100 plus days in a row. Here they did about 30 a year.
to hold these buildings together.
10,000-pound blocks.
Actually said iron. Iron is not solid. It will expand and break the stone. Iron oxide is very dangerous. Or rust. So do you agree with Howard? To protect iron from rusting by pouring something around iron pin that is going to cause a lot of poisonings during the... Here we go. We're going to have that iron pin, that rebar from the 1st century AD.
No way.
Oh, yes way.
No.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, for our archaeologists, they hate this because actually the lead is falling apart and iron is getting to the stone and they have to find out how to preserve that. So that's the biggest problem of this amphitheater. Otherwise, we can't stop because of the big crowd behind us.
Certainly not raining.
I'm going to tell you. Now, first of all, what is original, what is not? Look at the ceiling up there on top of your head. This is Mussolini. Mussolini admired the Roman times, so whenever he was capable of, he's going to restore the Roman things. But when you get closer to me, you will see these cracks right here or right there. Everything below the crack is original. Now, these two tunnels that we can hear, and you will see them, was a... Have you ever seen the Roman toilets?
Oh, yes.
They were like wooden platforms with the holes inside and with the constant water running below. All that filthy water used to come down through here 2,000 years ago. Fun part is we build sewers for this amphitheater every other year. None of them are functioning except the one that is 2,000 years old. So this is a sewer. This is actually collecting all the water, and the channel below our feet will take that filthy water out from the amphitheater. Still does after 2,000 years.
Here's a model of it completed, and here's the elevation.
Centuries with trash, with the like leftovers. And then Mussolini came here and undug all the centuries that were here. They found this. These are the pieces of the amphitheater. Right here. So right behind Tom, you're able to see that solid rock. That is original. But this was a dark world. Forget about the electricity, oil lamps, torches, smell from the sewer, nervous gladiator animals. That's what was here 2,000 years ago. All along the walls you have enormous amount of the amphorae that were found around here. And since you said that you love white wine, you live by the coast, I will ship you the amphora that you will choose for your white wine. You had 3 products: olive oil, wine, and garum. Do you know what is garum? That was. This is a copy of a map that was 7 meters, 23 feet long. Would you take 23 feet with you when you're traveling? No, neither did they. What they did, they divided parchment in 11 segments. Today, you took your segment 5. You are here in Istria, here in Pula, and you started from Rijeka. Opati is not on the map. Rijeka, and you follow, let's say, this red road to get down to Pula. And you're asked to have a thermal baths of the Roman time. Why is everything in pictures?
They couldn't read.
Or not literate. But then how they're going to read the numbers? They don't have to. If you can see these tiny steps all along the roads, that's how much you can make in one day with a carriage, with a horse. So from Pula to get to Rijeka, 2 days. This is unbelievable.
Just incredible.
Different shapes of the amphora, and we always think something different must have been inside. No, it's just about when they were done. So this is the oldest one around here. This is the end of the 1st BC. The skinnier ones are from the 4th AD. What do you think about the Rheims amphora? How old is that one? Yesterday, 2 weeks ago. This amphora is exactly the same as this one. Why is one like this and the other one like that? Peaks on the bottom.
This one was found in the bottom.
So you can lie below the amphora and chop the peak off and wait for the wine? No. Actually, to stabilize the amphora while traveling.
And a ton of amphora down there. And here's another bunch of containers. Here's what they look like. They're Amphora.